The bugs are fierce right now. They're trying to get me everywhere. We didn't tip. We didn't drop anything. We just got one bug in the eye and we just kept going. This one's pretty good. I'd give myself a pat on the back for that one. Hey guys, I've just strapped down some wood on my wheeler right here. Gonna see if I can bring some stuff out like this today instead of trying to drag it behind. But it is hot out here. It's about 95 degrees, about 95% humidity. So hopefully the woods in the shade and that stream are going to be nice and refreshing compared to standing here in the sun. So let's get moving. Alright guys, I've made it out here to the woods. Got this thing off the trailer a little bit. I'm going to tighten up some of these straps here. But this thing is freighted up with what's left for me to do the decking of that platform to finally start putting up some walls, and figured might as well just keep dragging as much wood in every time. Took off the back seat this time, strapped it nice and good, so everything was pretty solid before we took off from the house. But we'll get this thing all strapped in a little better and we're going to keep going down the trail. Bugs are fierce right now. They're trying to get me everywhere. Figured with this heat maybe it wouldn't be too bad, but let's try and get through this thing. Get a better angle at this. I'm going to turn you off. Very steep ravine over to my right here, so I gotta be careful. Bug in my eye. Hopefully it'll come out. Driving, little black fly. Doesn't feel very good. Hey guys, I made it. I am in here with the wheeler and all the lumber still on it. We didn't tip. We didn't drop anything. We just got one bug in the eye and we just kept going. But we got this platform right here. I'm going to try and get all the decking on it today. I might even try and frame up a couple walls and see what we can do. But we're going to start working. No help today, just me. Kids thought it was a little too hot to come out here. Does look like we might be a few boards short. At least I found a better way of carrying some material. Alright guys, it is about time for a break here. I've got my Mario lunchbox I stole from my son here. We got some cold beverages. I need a cold drink. We've made a little more progress, cutting a few more things. Everything you see is just about screwed down. I'm going to keep going until I run out of boards today, hopefully less than another hour or so. Holy cow, guys. I'm sweating. It is hot. It is muggy out here. But trying to line some things up. Gotta get some things cut. Probably gonna wait till I have skill saw, something a little bit better than this Sawzall to cut these final boards here on the edges, but I'll at least get these things somewhat covering this so that I can keep making progress. Alright guys, I figured that I was going to run out of boards before I ran out of screws, but I guess it was the other way around. So a few more need to be screwed on, a lot of edges need to be cut here, but we have got almost all, I say we're probably 75–80% done. A lot more work than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was just going to whip all this material right in here, screw it all together, drag in some walls, and then I'd be good to go with a little cabin to play around in. But no, this is day 4. This is a lot of work. I am still going though. I've got more materials at my house to bring in. I haven't even unloaded the 2x4s yet. I might even come back later with some more of these deck boards here. I might have to buy a few new ones. I do have a few scrap ones still at my house, but I'm probably 3–4 rows short at this point. So hey, making progress, but we're going to keep going. For anybody that said this thing was not level, it might not be 100% level, but it's pretty level. Let's check this thing out. I think that this is what you would call a level. And if you can see that there, that's pretty close. It's a little bit off, but for where I am in the woods, for what I've done with all hand tools and just a lot of willpower, this deck's pretty level. Yeah, I could make it a little bit better. I'll show you a few more angles, but it's pretty good to keep going. All right, here's another angle. Go down, see this level, this corner right here? Oh, we got a friend ant right there, but that looks pretty level to me. All right, back corner, you might have got me a little bit. It is a little bit off, but we just put hundreds of pounds of lumber on this thing, and that's still pretty level. That's not bad. You know, mostly done with my little phone app at level. A lot of eye in the level, but I've got it pretty good. And last corner, I mean, this one's pretty good. I'd give myself a pat on the back for that one. That one looks like it's pretty much in the middle. So, this is a pretty level deck platform that I've actually built here, considering that I have been continuing to load more stuff on. I didn't dig down all these, but some of these are dug in a little bit. I did try and do a little due diligence to try and make this a good starting point for putting some walls up, and we will check things a little bit once the deck is done before we start framing things. Guys, I think I'm close enough to heat stroke that I should probably get going. So, still about where I left off after showing you guys how level this thing is. I just picked things up a little bit. We're going to get back on the wheeler, got everything unloaded, and we're going to head back up the hill to where the car is parked. Alright, maybe I'll come out here tomorrow, see how hot I am, how tired I am, but I am pretty ambitious to keep making progress on this thing, so keep watching and see what I can do.